witnessed during the COVID-19. Distinguished professionals and participants, the fight against fake and counterfeit drugs goes hand in hand with the war on drug abuse. Our administration has intensified the war on drugs and substance abuse, and in doing so has adopted a robust collaboration between and among state and non-state agencies. Drug abuse is rampant in our society today. Drugs are also used by our children, brothers, sisters, even our parents. The young people are, unfortunately, at the highest risk. Regrettably, some of your members, some seated here, have been complicit in this vice, facilitating the sale of controlled medicines in contravention of prescribed protocols to the youth. I urge the society members at your individual level to join us in the war on drugs. Admittedly, there are cases of pharmacists leasing out their licenses at a fee or leaving behind their licenses to running pharmacies and chemists. We know of some pharmacies who operate back-end services, trading in counterfeit medicines. Such practices erode public trust in your profession, and I believe that the intervention of this society is critical in stopping these undesirable practices. You have the power and the clout to censure your members while still protecting them when they are under threat or attack for upholding the professional ethos. This delicate balance serves as the greatest test of professional body identity. Our professional bodies often narrowly focus on economic self-advancement, which they have a right to do, but which in the end has led to the neglect of the public good. We often see not of the public to whom they serve, but their members who abuse their professional positions and compromise their oaths of office. I challenge the PSK to raise this bar, not only for the good of the profession, but for the country in general. Continuously demand a higher standard of yourself and your members. We call for a joint approach between the Pharmacy and Poisons Board, the Veterinary Medicine Directorate, PSK, the Kenya Pharmaceutical Association, the Veterinary Board of Kenya, and other relevant agencies in aiding unregulated access and use. I request the pharmacy and the veterinary subsectors to work with the government in saving and sobering our nation, especially the youth. Distinguished professionals and participants, in conclusion, let me again underscore the importance of professional bodies in achieving national aspirations and the Vision 2030 and the Ruto administration's plan for a better and prosperous Kenya. I believe this conference provides a good opportunity for you to engage and deliberate on various futuristic topics, regional and indeed a global focus. I wish you fruitful deliberations and looking forward to actionable outputs of this conference that will transform the health sector. I now declare the International Scientific Conference 2024 officially open. Asante. Hii kizungu saa ingine natuumiza lakini tunang'ang'ana. Kwa sasa hii maisha ni kung'ang'ana. Kila mtu apambana na hali yake. Tumia dawa hii, wacha hii, tumia hii ni mzuri na sisi tung'ang'ane na kuongoza Kenya. I want to say thank you very much for inviting me. I know you wanted to listen to me. Hata mimi niko na maneno kidogo na nyinyi. First and foremost, I want to express our government's respect for professionals and professional bodies. Our professionals are very important for the development of our country and the well-being of the Kenyan people. The years you took through school up to university are not in vain. They must count for something in supporting humanity and improving the lives of the people of Kenya. Pharmacists play a very important role in the health sector, and doesn't matter how big a hospital is, how experienced the doctors are, how modern the equipment is, how good is the nursing care, how clean is the hospital, how expeditious is the billing system. Without a strong support of a working pharmacy, you don't have a hospital. And all treatments, the diagnosis, the theater, whatever it is, at the end of it, after admission, the final stop before you go home is a pharmacy. That tells you the importance of your profession. You are really the backbone of our health sector, and therefore it is critical that you must be very professional. You must be very professional, because if you dispense the wrong drug, the whole value chain from a consultation through diagnosis and tests and all that, if you dispense the wrong drug, all that effort is in vain. We therefore call for a very professional and robust body, that you are members, to support our health system. I want to say that I'm leading the fight against drugs and substance abuse. And one of our weak points are pharmacists and chemists. Some properly licensed and run by professionals. Yet, they dispense drugs that are supposed to be dispensed against prescription over the counter. We have a lot of young people, even in this town of Mombasa, getting a lot of syrups and mixing them with other things to get a very dangerous combination that is harmful to our children. I want to call upon all those professionals who run pharmacies and chemists to live up to your oath and just do the right thing. Please don't dispense drugs over the counter that are supposed to be dispensed upon a prescription. Again, let us put a good record of all drugs that we dispense. That is for licensed establishments. Again, there are very many other quacks who have opened pharmacies and chemists that are not licensed and that are not run by people who are professional. I want to request that you as society works with us, and we are willing to pair you up with our county security and intelligence teams to crack down on unlicensed pharmacists and chemists, shut them down, destroy the drugs, and take the people who are running them to jail where they belong. And let's start with here in Mombasa. We have a very good county team here led by the county commissioner who are very active. And county commissioner, I really want to thank you and your team for what you have done to run the drug barons here in Mombasa out of town. Lakini bado finya hawa. Sukumeni hiyo watu kabisa wapotee. Those are very bad people. Please sit down. Those people who